Welcome to Mediocre Gaming, and today we're playing Destiny 2. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and salutations. Today, French bows are great. Let's get to it. Monarque is another time-gated exotic that you can get starting December 18th, so anytime after that you can get it. Now, I got mine during a Forge event while I was working on my Prime frame. So there is a chance that it's just a rare drop, or you may have a better chance while you're doing your Prime frame. Now, the unique thing about the Monarque is that it has poison arrows, or potentially poison arrows. Arrows fired quickly after a full draw become poison arrows. Precision hits with poison arrows spread poison to nearby enemies. Now, during the gameplay, you'll see the sights light up. That lets you know that there's poison. When it dims, that means there's no longer poison in the arrow. So you have a very small window to fire. So while you're drawing the arrow back, you need to already be aiming with the snapshot sights that is also on the bow. It will make it a little bit easier for fast-moving targets. Now, the sights will take a little bit to get used to since they are, I don't know, kind of U-shaped, I would say. But once you get used to it, I think it'll be okay. And the big draw for this particular exotic is the poison, which is reminiscent of the thorn. However, unlike the thorn, you have to time your shots just right in order to get the poison arrow to actually load. So not every arrow is going to be a poison arrow. You have to draw back. You have half a tick, and then the poison's in it, and then about a second later, the poison's gone. So draw back. You have the guy in your sight. Release. Poison. If you wait even another second, it's going to be too late. And it's just going to be a regular arrow. So it'll be interesting to see this thing in the Crucible. I'm not a big fan of the bow and arrow in general. It does have its uses, but I think it is fairly limited. I think it is a little bit too similar to scout rifles. And scout rifles have a little bit more of a punch, I think, than bows. So if they amp up the damage on the bow, I think they could do that in PvE content. In terms of PvP, bows are already do a decent amount of damage, and adding poison arrows to it, I don't think you need to add any more. So there's lots of good weapons in the Crucible. I don't really see the bow as one of them. It can be useful at range, but unless you have, enhanced unflinching bow aim, it's going to be difficult to get precision hits during the Crucible matches. Now, additionally, with Le Monarque, there is a triumph associated with it with the Go-Fanon Forge, killing enemies with the bow. So you will want to take it into the Go-Fanon Forge when you do any frames for that forge. So maybe next week, if there's a prime for the Go-Fanon, make sure that you take this bow in there. If you're still working on getting it, good luck getting it. Like I said, it does seem to be a rather rare drop, but if you're doing 6 different prime frames, there's a good chance that you're going to get it during one of those. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to ring the bell before you leave to be notified of all future episodes as soon as they go live. And thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And we'll see you next time.